to try out something a little bit new, a little bit different, and do some video intros just once or twice a week. Now I know what you're thinking, Ash, you have a face for radio, and it's probably true. But speaking of radio, today I want to tell you guys that I was recently on a podcast with Tate from OneHive. I'm sure you guys have all heard of OneHive. Check out that podcast. I'm going to go ahead and include the link to Saturday Night Hive in this video description. So go ahead and check it out. Let me know what you think, guys. Had a pleasure to be on that podcast. And enjoy today's video. It's going to be on Town Hall 9 with Baby Ash attacking with lower level heroes. Take care, guys. So as promised, guys, I do have some Baby Ash footage right now. You can see I finally got these walls going on over here towards the north, but what I really want to bring you guys is my favorite strategy. After experimenting with GoHoWi, GoLaLoon, and just LavaLoon or LavaLoon, I've Penta Hound, I guess they call it. I think Penta Hound is definitely my favorite, being a newer Town Hall level 9. Now, the reason being is because heroes just aren't a factor. No matter what your hero level are, they're not a huge factor as they're used primarily for cleanup. So let's go ahead and take a look at my war. I had, as you can see, a perfect war, 2 3-star attacks, if I do say so myself. Very proud of that on my baby account. And these are the type of villages I'm attacking here. You can see the heroes are mid-level, and I really have keeping an eye out here for air defenses that aren't max for Town Hall level 9. So you can see on this attack here, I'm going against a level 18 Archer Queen. That's okay. I look for anything below 20, generally speaking. That's what the puppies can handle, the lava pups, because that's what I'm counting on to take her down. And also, like I said, the air defenses are, not max. I'll go against 2 max air defenses, but I prefer not all 4 to be max, although it is possible still to go ahead and engage a base with all max for Town Hall 9 air defenses. Now, the biggest thing I wanted to talk to you guys about this strategy today is I have brought a full guide to you guys in the past of LavaLoon, Penta Hound, but today I really want to focus on how to deal with 2 air sweepers. You can see here, guys, the 2 air sweepers. What you want to do is, no matter what direction they're facing in the base, you just want to work around them, right? So there's 2 things you really want to take into consideration before engaging a base with Penta Hound strategy. First of all, look at my army before we get too carried away here. I have 4 lava hounds that I'm bringing myself, and 1 max in the clan castle, and 20 balloons. That's all I take. Now, some people take 19 balloons and add 5 archers just to help with the cleanup, or a few goblins. That's totally viable, totally an okay option to use as well. Now, the air sweepers I try to work around, so I would never enter this base from the from the south side here, from the southwest rather, because I'd be going right into 2 air sweepers. That's pretty tough. Now, the idea is if I could either enter from the southeast and then just come around the the backside, the side to the south of these air defenses, or I could enter in from the northeast. So those are my 2 options when engaging this base. Now, one other thing I did want to touch on before I go ahead and kick off both these replays are I really prefer if the air defenses, if I'm going to be engaging a base in a direction where I'm not going to be engaging, or only going to be engaging 1 air defense right off the bat. So no matter, as I discussed, since I'm not going to come in perfectly due south or north or east or west, I'm going to come in at an angle. I'm only going to be going against 1 air defense right off the bat. So for example, this will be the air defense that I go against in this attack. So I don't want to deploy all 5 of my hounds into this air defense. Rather, what I want to do is deploy 3 hounds to that air defense, and then hold off just a few seconds, and then deploy my other 2 hounds at this air defense and this air defense. So that's a strategy I use to help mitigate the damage, all that point damage from the base to be hitting my balloons. So anyway, let's go ahead without further ado and see how I hit it. You can see one of the keys here is just deploying the troops really quickly. So I deploy my hounds roughly at the same time, and then I'm using 2 or 3 fingers on the device to go ahead ahead and deploy all the balloons. They're going to clump up a little bit, but you can see I'm bringing 4 rage spells, so I'm basically just going to be using a big square in my rage formation here. So 2 rage pretty early on. You can see the 2 lava hounds coming in from the sides, just like I talked to you guys about. Now, normally, I would be bringing a poison spell, right? So a lot of people have asked, is LavaLoon, is Penta Hound attacks, is it dead since there's now 2 air sweepers? And I would say absolutely not. In fact, it's even more powerful, especially if you have low-level heroes, because as you can see, guys, I'm just dropping my king and queen right now on the map in opposite sides to help with the cleanup. Obviously, the puppies are going to do a lot of the heavy lifting there. But basically, it's definitely not dead. In fact, it's as powerful as ever. It's my #1 attack if you have low-level heroes, because the heroes aren't an integral part of the attack. Now, why has it gotten better? Why has it gotten more powerful? Well, because of the advent of the poison spell. No matter what's in that clan castle, used to be that on these Penta Hound attacks, if there's wizards or archers in the clan castle, it can cause quite a problem because they can take down those hounds really quickly. The loons rather, and the hounds, I guess. You'd really have to bring a lightning spell, but now there's no need. You will note that I'm not bringing a poison spell in any of these attacks. That's because my dark spell factory is under construction right now, upgrading to get the haste spell. Now, when I unlock haste spell, I think I'm going to go ahead and bring 3 rages and 2 hastes into these attacks. So let's go ahead and watch my second attack before we end this video today. So it's against this base here. You can see I'm going up a considerable amount on the war map, and that's just basically because my defenses are pretty low. I'm almost an 8.5 right now. Now, I do want to touch on this attack. If I pause real quickly here, you'll see the 2 hounds. On this base, I was able, because of the air sweeper pointing direction right to the center of the base, I was able to be confident going into the base using engaging 2 of the air defenses right off the bat, okay? So what I'm going to do here is deploy a few of my hounds to one air defense and a couple hounds to the other air defense, and then just clump all the balloons. There's no need to hold back the lava hounds too much on these attacks. You see, I'm gonna hold that last clan castle max lava hound came in a little bit late, but it would actually work just fine. You can see once again the queen is only level 11, the opposing queen, so that's gonna be totally viable for the puppies to kill the queen with not a big deal. It's really not gonna be that much of a hindrance to the attack, having to deal with a queen without, GoLaLoon, without actually killing the queen beforehand. So you can see as this attack goes on, you can see just 2 variations of how to engage the base with going into 2 air defenses or just going into 1 air defense. Both are perfectly viable, and the air sweepers, just don't worry about them, guys. Go ahead, and by the way, just a side note, this is when I would normally be using my poison spell against the biggest clump of puppies I could find in the opposition's lava hound explosion puppies there. So anyway, you can see, yet again, very easy attack, guys. I mean, maybe it's not an easy attack, but it's definitely a simple attack. All you have to do is look at the direction the air defenses are facing, and then go ahead and plan your attack so that you're not going directly into the air defenses. There's only 2 air defenses, and there's 4 points on a compass, right? So there's going to be a weak spot in the base, no matter what base design it is, that you're able to engage a base from with Penta Hound attack. Trust me, guys, very, very powerful strategy. Bring 3 rages, 2 haste, and a poison spell. And what you want to do is, you can see how I use the rage spells in a big square formation. Instead, use 2 rage right off the bat, and then use your 3rd rage right near where the town hall, near the center of the base is, and then use 2 poison spells 2 haste spells to finish off the attack. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this Baby Ash episode. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for lower level Town Hall 9 and Town Hall 10 strategy content, so I'm hoping to deliver with this video and more coming really soon. So guys, thanks for tuning in, and as always, take care, guys.